Hey guys. So come here. Come say hello to the people. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. Okay. This is my pug. She's so sweet. Yes, you're sweet when you want to be, huh? I don't know how long she's gonna when we're done. Okay. But I kind of wanted to. She's staring at me right now. I just did a makeup tutorial kind of thing, which I might put it up here. You know. But I thought about, I know, baby, you're staying close, huh? I thought about doing a video just because I was inspired by Hope. I don't want to butcher your last name. I think it was Pitzer? I'm really, really sorry. I mean, I know. You understand, right? Like, I'm really sorry. But she did a video on her OCD and what is called emetophobia. And, it's been a time for me because it just sort of like got really bad all of a sudden. And I don't know. It really, her video, like, if you haven't watched her, like, you need to go watch her. Like, I don't know why you'd be watching me, but, you know, she's just really genuine, and I just really enjoyed her. I feel like I'm like, you know, oh, I watched this person, and they really inspired me to do this, and all that. You know, listen, I don't have all these, like, video ideas. I don't have a lot of subscribers. I have, like, one, which is a friend, so, which I appreciate, but I don't really have much else to go off of, and doesn't really get, like, the whole, you know, oh, I want to do makeup videos or something like that, but, sorry, she's, like, right there. She's, like, right under the camera setup that I have, and she keeps looking up at me like, pet me, please, and, she keeps licking my hand, so, you see me messing with something down here, that's her. I'm sure, I don't know if you can hear her, like, little snorting and stuff, but snorting and panting, that's what she does. But, yeah, what was I saying? Got it. It's, okay, if you know what it is, then you kind of understand. I've recently, really sort of tried to start dealing with it a lot more than even what I had before. Because when I figured out, you know, kind of what it was and everything, I was sort of like, because all of a sudden I started getting really anxious and nervous when I thought someone might be sort of sick or like in a throw uppy sort of way. That's, I don't know why, and I know it doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but that's kind of like what a phobia is, right? It's an irrational type of fear. Like, logically, I understand that it is an irrational fear. I cannot control what happens. Logically, I know this. When my illogical part of my brain takes over, she's making it really hard to sort of like get. I before I sat down to do this, I was sort of like kind of, please don't. Okay. I was sort of getting emotional with it, and she's sort of like making it sort of lighthearted. Like, if you could see her right now, she's just sort of sitting there like, hey guys, you can't see me, but I'm just here. But I don't know where I was going with that, other than she talked a lot about with her OCD and stuff. She felt like she needed to wash her hands so many times or else she'd be sick. I get that. My hands literally, like, they get so dry sometimes. Like, the one time they got so dry, they were cracking, different things like that. And it's almost like a weird association with things. Like, oh, I wore this on this day, so it wasn't a good day. Or I ate this type of food and I got sick. Like, it's so weird. And it's like you remember everything. Like, I have a lot of problems anyways with, I can remember, there she goes. I can remember memories and stuff with things that, I didn't have the easiest of childhoods, which could contribute to the anxiety, hence the emetophobia tendencies, things like that. Stop doing that. I don't know what you're doing. There she is. I know. She's hiding. There she goes. Bless you. Please don't hit the camera. But this has just sort of turned into like a rambly sort of thing, which has kind of been the thing for all of my videos. I did kind of want to have this to be a serious one, but she's sort of making it difficult. I don't know why I felt like I had to address this, make a video on it. It's almost like sometimes verbalizing. Stop, Nittany. Sorry. But it's almost like verbalizing something that you're afraid of makes it that much more real. And it almost makes me anxious saying it, because then I'm like, it's out in the open. It's, if you don't know what the full extent of it is, it's almost like you get anxiety and fear in your own body. Like, if you have certain other phobias, like, arachnophobia or whatever the snake phobia is. Like, I know she talked a lot about those, where you can avoid those. You can't avoid being in your own body. You can't avoid getting sick. It's inevitable. And you can take as many precautions as you can, but ultimately, if you're gonna get sick, you're gonna get sick. And that's one of the hardest things, I think, to deal with mentally with this, is that fact that you don't know when it's going to happen. And that is terrifying. I don't even know if this completely is going to make sense. I kind of just wanted to do it just because I didn't have a super concrete plan. Because I just thought it might be sort of therapeutic to just verbalize it and just really talk about it with anyone that feels like they need to talk about it, because I had never really heard about it, and I had found it by Googling, because I got this intense fear of it, like, within the past year or so, and it's gotten kind of bad, that I feel like I need to have sanitizer with me everywhere. I feel like I need to wash my hands if I handle something that I don't see as clean. Like, a lot of it has to do with a mentality of not feeling like something's clean. It's so bizarre to talk about and, like, to actually say, and I feel bad about it, because it's like almost like I feel like asking people like 20 times, do you think this is clean enough? Do you think it's okay? Do you think, like, constantly looking for confirmation you're fine, you're not going to get sick? It's not logical. It's not. And I know this. Mentally, I know this. But at the same time, same token, there's that other part in your head that is sort of like, wow, this happened on this day, and all these factors aligned, and look what happened. You got sick. So then your brain goes 50 miles an hour thinking, oh my gosh, it's the same kind of deal. It's going to happen. Or just even sitting somewhere, and it's not even, I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like you feel nuts at a time because you don't want to feel like this, because it's such a fear of, like, I don't know. It's not logical. And if you have kids or want kids, you understand that it happens with kids. That's definitely inevitable. But I don't know what I'm trying to even get across other than just talking about it is sort of letting it out there that it's like, it's okay, and it's not something that's easy by any means to deal with, but it can be. I've seen it done. I've seen people, she mentioned the Thrive program. I have heard of that, based from the UK. It's sort of like, I tried to look into it a little bit, and I've also been just reading different things. I'm part of I know there's different groups and things like on Instagram and probably even Facebook or something, but anyone who sees this and feels that they're freaking out right now, you're not alone in this at all by any means. And it does help to talk with people that kind of understand the not only illogical sense of it, but also the actual fear and feelings that come along with it that you can't help and you can't always hide. But if you're watching this and you feel like, hey, if you understood half of what I was saying, because I don't know how well I explained it, I will link Hope's video. Because when I was watching it, I literally almost started crying, because I'm like, yes. I've watched different people on YouTube, and I've been directed towards people also that are, they understand, they have done videos on this, but I don't know, for some reason, I just, like, I felt that one. I really felt it. So Hope, thank you. Thank you for doing that video. Whether you know it or not, I know you mentioned in one of your videos, because I kind of watch them. Like, not to be creepy. I don't want to be creepy. I don't want to be that person of, like, I saw your videos and now I'm making my own. Like, I'm totally not like that. Like, I know you can't really take that off the internet, but I guess it was just sort of like soothing to see, okay, you totally get everything, and I just want to give you a hug. So, and I also know there's different videos on trying to calm down when you are sort of freaking out, because that's a thing that they just come on randomly, sometimes not randomly, if you know someone's going to be sick, or if someone in your house is sick. It happens. And with this, you almost get a sense of, like, doom. And it's not fun at all. And it's not something even to be taken lightly or anything like that, because it can really affect you. And it can really take a toll on you. And so I just sort of went off on a bunch of different tangents, but I hope that if you've watched it for this long, you kind of either get it, or you do have this too, that you get something out of it, that you aren't alone in this. And I'm a sucker for those videos of, like, you aren't alone in this, you know, the inspiring ones of like, and that's really what I kind of would like to do on this platform. Any of my platforms that I have an Instagram that I've been trying to do something with, and I'm going to try and be more consistent, because that is something that I think writing and just sort of talking is therapeutic for me. So I'm going to try this and hope that it works, hope that ultimately it helps someone. I have been writing like a book type thing. It's not really a book. It's more of like, right now I have a document that I have sort of just been pouring emotions, memories, feelings into. And it's by no means close to being done, but I've found that it is sort of therapeutic, but it's also emotional, and it sort of taps into different things. But yeah, so there's another tidbit of something, but I just really wanted to come on here and address this, verbalize it, and ultimately say that I want to help whoever, you know, feels like they need it. And yeah, so I just want to really, I know a lot of people that I've talked to that do have this, they wish it away so much. And that is a big thing. You just want it gone, because it's not fun, and that's an understatement. But I think knowing you're not alone definitely helps. And knowing that people do get it. That if you find your people, that helps a lot. And it gives you a support system like no other. So, just don't try and hide it and deal with it yourself. So, having support of your family, of your friends, of, you know, people who have done these videos, who have done I know there's accounts on Instagram and Facebook and groups and all that stuff. Just find your people. And don't just shut everyone out, because that won't help you either. But I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope that you have gotten something out of this, other than I am a rambling, going off on tangents sort of person that likes to shout out a lot of YouTubers that probably don't know I exist, and that I am just trying to inspire people, and I'll get better at the whole YouTube thing. I hope. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. See ya.